Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and in front of me are the Spellbinders February 2024 club kits that I'll be crafting with this month. I'm filming this a little bit late in the month and so I actually have most of the products. Actually, I think I have all of the products that I'll be crafting with this month. And so this will be a bit of a treat. You don't always see the hot foil, the roll of hot foil that you would get if you are a subscriber to the Glimmer of the Month, and as well the wax seal club kit does come with a pack of wax seal beads, and these are random colors. So what I got here that I have to show might be different than what you would get, but it is nice that with those two club kits, if you are an actual subscriber and you get them every month, that you do get these consumables that will replenish your stash. If you were to buy the Glimmer of the Month or the Wax Seal of the Month after the enrollment period for this month's club kits, it does not come with the extra consumables. So it's a little bit of a nice bonus when you do subscribe on a monthly basis to those. But while we're there, let's just start with the wax seal of the month. So this one is called Lily of the Valley. And it's got this really lovely, it's an oval shaped seal design and really lovely. This is a new to me anyhow color of wax seal bead. This is in fern, so that's really lovely. Kind of like a palish green, so I really love that. Next, let's look at the Glimmer of the Month since I've got it here. And this one is the foil that I happen to get is champagne. Oh, I don't think I have champagne. That's kind of cool. It's sort of a light gold, so that's really nice. And we get this huge glimmer plate. Look at that. Gorgeous florals. And that's going to be a fun one to color up. And then we get two Glimmer sentiment plates with coordinating dies to cut them out. So this one reads, you brighten my day. That's the first sentiment. And the second sentiment is sending Easter blessings. Oh, that's cool. I love that. And I love that we get one sentiment that is, very specific to the Easter holiday, but then we have another sentiment that you can use pretty much any time of year. So that's the Glimmer of the Month. And again, if you are subscribed as a club member, you get a random color roll of hot foil to go along with that. Next, we have the 3D embossing folder of the month. I like to opt for the 3D folder of the month, but there is a separate and completely different design for the standard embossing folder of the month. And look at this one. How cute is that? It's a bunch of Easter eggs that are kind of tied onto like a plant. I don't know what kind of plant, but there's like stems and whatnot, but it's a lovely design. It is there is a correct orientation, so this isn't one where you can kind of twist and turn it, but it's a lovely repeat pattern, because I do see it repeating, and this will be a really fun one for Easter as well. So love that we're getting some Easter products nice and early to craft with. Next is the clear stamp of the month, and you can get this as just the stamp, but there is also the coordinating die that goes with it, or die set I should say, because the die set has dies that will cut out each of the sentiments, but as well it'll cut out what looks like an actual border frame for this lovely arch here. and the florals all kind of coordinate. It's the same kind of flowers as the Glimmer of the month. So really, really lovely, and lots of great sentiments. I love when they do stuff like this where they mix and match fonts. So you have "You Are in My Thoughts," which that's good for really anything. But I feel like that's also a good one for like a sympathy card, or if somebody's not feeling too well, or just a little bit down. So I kind of like that. But it could be for happy occasions too. So I feel like that could go either way, which makes it nice and versatile. Thanks for your friendship. Live life in full bloom. Spring blessings, celebrate new beginnings, happy Easter, and spring greetings. So really lovely that there's the arch sentiments too, because you can stamp those right above the arch if you wanted, and I imagine the curve would fit beautifully there. So there's that. I did forget. I have, yeah, on the back here I've got the stencil of the month, and this one's great. This one, there's a lot in this one, because there's actually several different, I guess, background builders is one way of looking at it. And this one's really great because I like that they gave us this, because you can mask off a circle like anywhere on your project, which is great for your any number of things. But if you wanted to, for example, keep this nice and white in order to maybe stamp a sentiment, you could mask this off and use it like this, and then stencil your border all the way around. But in the other designs, we do get the full design, and you could just as easily kind of tape this down and sort of do the same thing. You could still stencil all the way around. Like, it'll look a little bit different because the inking will go all the way to this mask, whereas this one's designed to have that circular space nice and empty, because there's actually some plastic or some mylar that will create a nice solid ring. But having this means you can kind of create something very similar with the other background builder stencils. It's really nice, lovely designs. But they are separate, so they aren't meant to layer. And here's another one. This one has florals. And again, you can do the same thing. You can put it anywhere, really, wherever you want to do like a little spotlight of, a sentiment or a stamped image, you can do that. And so that's the third design. This one's really great. This is a bit of a border design, so you can use it just as you see it here, but you could also just choose to use, one portion or the other and just create like an asymmetric design on your card. So that's the stencil of the month. Really great for creating some fast backgrounds. And you can use anything through your stencils. You can use inks, you could use different pastes and whatnot. So I love how versatile that is. Then the small die of the month, check it out. It's another type of boot. So we've had, I don't know if it was a small die, but it was a previous club kit where there was a kind of a rain boot. And this one, I think this one looks a little bit more like a garden boot, but you've got some pieces that you can kind of layer up onto the boot, the sole here, and then the top of the boot. Then there are various different dies to assemble some flowers. So here you have the stem and some leaves, and then you've got a couple different flower designs, some tulips and some small flowers as well. So really, really great. And the idea being that you can put these flowers kind of inside the boot, which is really lovely. Next, we have the large die of the month, and I feel like this could go really, the two of these can go really well together, because a lot of the seam elements you can kind of swap between the two. But here we have this large woven basket and the handle to the basket as well. and you can fill your basket with a variety of things. So you have some flowers that are very similar to the wax seal design. It's those kind of droopy lily of the valley flowers. You've got some carrots if you want to fill it with carrots. You've got also some tulips, and this might look a little bit unusual, but it is a it's a bunny butt. So if you look at this piece here, that is the bunny from behind. So these would be where his little bunny feet are. That's his bushy little tail, which you can layer, these elements on top of, and then you can stick his ears up. And so you don't see the head. It's as if the bunny is like diving into the basket, which I feel like is so adorable. So that's really cute, very lovely. You've got some stems for your flowers, couple different types of flowers. So you have those lily of the valley flowers, and then we've got some tulips as well. But I feel like these are a good scale to mix and match, and you could put these inside the basket too, and they would work just great. So love having those two together because you can mix and match between them pretty well. Then last but not least is the Better Press of the month. This is called Fluttering into Spring, and look how pretty that is. So this has multiple different plates. So you've got 4 press plates, the flower spray here, the hummingbird, and then 2 sentiments, and then there's 1 die, and the die is for the bird. So they're placed pretty closely together, but that bird is separate. There's 4 separate press plates, and the coordinating die goes with the hummingbird. And then this month, the add-on is coordinating with the Better Press of the month. So what you'll find is the each month there's an add-on, and sometimes it coordinates with different club kits. And so this month it happens to be that it coordinates with the Better Press, and it's another hummingbird design and an additional sentiment. So this one says Hello Spring. The other 2 sentiments are sending you a fluttering hello and wishing you a lovely day. So these are really, really lovely, just spring sentiments. And with the add-on, there's the coordinating dice for both the bird and the sentiment. So it's kind of nice. I love that they thought to do this, because we have the birds facing in 2 different directions, which I always appreciate when designers do that, so that if you're composing your card, for me anyways, I tend to like whatever my critters or characters are on the card. I like for them to be looking towards the middle of the card. And so this way I have options. So if I want to have a bird, just because of the composition of my card, it looks better to have it on the right side, then I would choose this bird, because then he can be on the right side looking towards the center. But if I want a bird on the left side of my card, then I would use this guy here and have him look towards the middle from the left side. So I love having those 2 options. It's really nice that they've thought about that to give us that sort of variety. And so that's really cool, and that is the last club kit that I get for the month. And so what I'll do is link to my Spellbinders playlist at the end of this one, and I always put out a flip video, which is where I showcase some of the club kits in a single video, where I make at least 1 flat, 1 layered, 1 interactive, and 1 pop-up card, just to show a variety of different types and styles of cards that you can make featuring some of the club kits that I get. Thanks for joining me on this one, and I'll leave links to everything in the description box below if you are interested in checking out all of the Spellbinders club kits. I don't get everything, as I mentioned, and so I'll still leave links to everything so that you can see what all your options are. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye!